I really couldn't wait to paint these guys up. So we've based them, let's give them a prime, and then bring a little Clowndark to Greathelm. The underpainting, the zenithal highlight of all of my Clowndark bugs has been with this pastel green. But I want to do something different and showcase something different, and that doesn't feel like the best thing for these chaotic centurion beastie dudes. So I'm thinking maybe this time we start with a pale pink. What's the worst that could happen? Well, now that these guys are nice and pink, and like 50% clown, we need to get them full clown. So we've got some bone, some armor. They're cute little tail tufts. And a couple of different metals. So I'm thinking heavy metal, emperor gold, warm gray, something like maybe sunburst ochre for the tails, and then just to really enhance the clown part of Clowndark, some faded plum. Well, now that we have these guys firmly planted into the clown stage of Clowndark, and looking pretty comical, it's time to add a little darkness. This time let's use a color we've not used before. I'm thinking something in the jadey kind of range. But first, here's a close-up of how silly they're looking right now. I searched through my collection of cheap oil paints, and I've got this Viridian, which is a nice blue-green. So let's give it a shot. Do I know it's the right choice? No. Are we gonna full send anyways? Of course. Get some on the brush, dunk it in the Gamsol, mix it around. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's funny that, well, A, that I have a hairdryer at all, because, well, yeah, but also that the Clowndark process involves a pink hairdryer. So I think in all of these videos, I've said that I hit them for like 30 to 40 seconds with the hairdryer, which is probably true, but what I'm really looking for is for the paint to no longer look wet. See, oil paint is naturally very matte. And so as soon as it starts to look kind of matte, I know that the paint has now set, and that's kind of the happy place for me to start wiping the paint off. And then we get into my favorite part of this process, the reductive highlighting, which is just a fancy way of saying removing the oil paint to see the brighter stuff underneath. Because I'm not using any spirits, any Gamsol on the sponges when I'm removing the paint, I tend to end up with this kind of staining that happens, which I like. It's intentional from my standpoint because I just like the look. And so now these guys, they're quite green-blue. There's some highlighting, but they're pretty blue. So now I'm just gonna go back in and add some of my sketchy highlights. These guys remained pretty green after I had removed the oil paint. I could have removed more by adding some Varsol, but I was kind of okay with it, and I just highlighted it with some pastel green instead of going back to the pink, and just roll with the greeny goodness. It kind of matches their little My Little Pony tails anyways. I'm not crazy happy with the overall result, but they're done, and they're perfect for games, so we'll file it under good enough. I gotta say though that bashing these little freaks together really reignited the kit bashing urge, so we'll see where that takes us. Anyways though, thank you so much for watching. You are awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow.